leaving Frisco, Texas now. I'm going to start heading east-northeast to this developing supercell here near McKinney, Texas. About to turn here, you can just see it. Just absolutely has exploded. Wow. What a scene. Just absolutely exploded. Holy cow. The storms are kind of unzipping right along the cold front. Just going nuts. Try to get up here to the Sam Rayburn Tollway and then kind of blast east-northeast from there. It's amazing how these storms have just absolutely exploded along the front here. It took them a little while here in northeast Texas to kind of get going, but all that instability was basically like a pressure cooker that when it breached the lid just absolutely just exploded. Get up here and then kind of blast east-northeast, get underneath this. There's a chance that we could see some really large hail in these things, as well as some damaging winds, outside chance of a tornado if everything were to come together. Maybe you get a little bit of a boundary or something like that, an outflow boundary that gets sucked up or something like that. But more than likely just really, really heavy rain, lightning, and probably some pretty large hail as well. So got my hail guard on that you can see kind of bouncing there at the top of the screen, so that should protect the windshield. So I guess I should have left earlier, but I was kind of sitting at home, not necessarily thinking about chasing today, but just kind of became unavoidable. Off the charts. It's just crazy. I mean, that's 5,000-6,000 cape right there, just literally just exploding. Hopefully I don't get into too much traffic here and I can blast up and kind of catch up with the storm here. Kind of lined out here, but I mean that's to be expected, just kind of unzipping along the cold front. But it definitely could be some really gusty winds and large hail with these, so I'm gonna get up here on the tollway and I'll honestly be kind of right underneath it here in a minute as I drive up towards McKinney. Probably start getting blasted by some heavy rain and some hail, I bet. And it's possible on the east side we might get some structure when we come out. I might be able to head up and go towards like Farmersville or something like that to the east of McKinney, but we'll have to blast through it first, and who knows, maybe that'll even be better. So it's definitely gonna get wild. You can see kind of off to the left there, that's the storm up crossing the Red River into southeast Oklahoma. Just explosive development here. they're not moving all that quickly, so kind of redeveloping south. So we should be able to get on them here pretty soon. Just crazy. It's a severe storm, so it could be some big hail. It's moving off to the east right now.
Okay, good though.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You bet. Just saving lives out here. Just saving lives at the intersection. Stop. Oh my gosh. Dude, what the? Drive. What are you doing? Gotta be out here and help the public, you know? Good on gas here. Man, look at those storms just exploding right along the cold front. Wow. Hopefully we're late enough that traffic is kind of moved out, because that's kind of why I didn't get out earlier, is just 6 p.m. DFW traffic is just, it's gotta be a really good reason to fight it. So hopefully now maybe we've waited long enough to let most people kind of get home. That way we won't get stuck in traffic or anything. I'm gonna come up here to the Sam Rayburn Tollway, and then it heads northeast right into McKinney. So we'll kind of be right underneath these storms, or right off, maybe just west of them. Should have an awesome view here in a minute. Hi Jake, thanks for joining. Crazy explosive development here right along the cold front dry line, kind of right here in North Texas. I guess technically this is more of this is, yeah, kind of a hybrid cold front dry line right here, but it's going nuts. Driving right towards the most impressive area here. Just crazy. Just the cauliflower tops just going nuts. That view is insane. It is severe warned here just east of McKinney. Based at the moment. We've got 91 degrees over a 70-degree dew point. So it would probably take everything coming together for some sort of a tornado threat, but can't rule out maybe some sort of a hybrid like land spout or something like that. Going up here is just crazy. There were a couple storms that fired down in kind of central Texas, southwest of these storms up here. Definitely took a little bit longer to get going, but they definitely got going. We are under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. here across the Metroplex, so it isn't out of the question that there could be a tornado, but I would tend to believe that that's not highly likely by any stretch of the imagination. These storms appear to be relatively high up there. It's possible as we get a little closer to sunset over the next hour that maybe we see that come down, temperatures drop a little bit, maybe you get some kind of cloud cover on the east side from these storms or something, but I think we're more likely looking at just a really heavy rain event with some pretty large hailstones, I would imagine. So we'll see if we can get in there and what we find, but I bet we'll find some pretty decent hail. Chances were definitely for 4+ inch hail, so that's like softball size. That'll leave a mark for sure. You can even actually kind of see some of the white hail streaks on the back end up there, probably just northeast of McKinney. Texas area. There's a kind of a little bit, kind of Princeton to even north of Farmersville. Let me look at that again. Yeah, it's kind of just northwest of Farmersville is where there is some rotation. Actually, not half bad. There are some spotters in the area, so if anything were to happen, I mean, we can get up there, probably not too long if we need to. We'll have to punch through it, so we'll definitely check out some of the hail. But yeah, these storms here just to the northeast side of DFW, kind of around the McKinney, Texas area, over to Farmersville, are definitely going nuts in this really high level instability that we have today. I'd be surprised if they reissue that, but right past the road there, that was definitely some hail that's falling. Probably just on the east side of McKinney right now, so that will definitely get into that. But yeah, that white kind of haziness there, that's going to be hail falling kind of out of the backside of the storm. to it. But then, as long as traffic isn't too bad, we should be able to get on it. Now getting into McKinney, Texas here, we're going to have to kind of skirt around the southeast side down by the airport, and then we can get back on 380 and head east, kind of get under, probably go through the backside of the storm here and see if we can pop out on the east side, maybe see something. Toughest part of the journey is just trying to get through here. Again, there's a lot of traffic that goes this way. Hopefully it's not too bad on 380. Maybe we can kind of catch up a little bit. Yeah, Robert, it is super hazy today. I have noticed that, and it's tough to see. Sometimes the storm's kind of right around the storms. It clears it out, but yeah, the haziness has been really tough to see. Severe warn, the main storm with the circulation kind of just north side of Farmersville, Texas. Just off to our east here. We'll come up here in a little bit, hit 380, and then hopefully we can blast east. There's kind of a lot of traffic, stoplights, subdivisions, so hopefully most of the traffic's already out of the way by now. That way we can catch up. The circulation storm is not moving very fast today, so I think as long as there's not any type of craziness on the roads, I think we'll be able to probably catch up to it. here pretty soon. And there's definitely still a broad circulation, a little bit of kind of a notch. I definitely would be interested to see kind of what that looks like on the other side. Kind of on the right side of the screen, that's all hail coming out. We're definitely going to get some of that when we get through here. Yeah, all of that white kind of coming down right ahead of us, kind of right over the stoplight there. That is all hail falling probably around Princeton, Texas right now. Circulation is now kind of towards Merritt, Texas, just northeast of Farmersville. Moving fairly slow off to the east. Second, and then we'll hit 380 and we can blast east. Yeah, you can see a lot of hail falling. Track just to the north of Greenville, Texas. It's just insane trying to get out of here. And this is going to make 380 all bogged down and nonsense. I'm just on the east side of McKinney, Texas here. I'm trying to get up to 380 so I can turn east, go towards the severe warned storm here. But this traffic's kind of a nightmare. There's a report of a funnel cloud on the storm up to the north, crossing the Red River near Boswell. Traffic, come on, shoot. me see what the warning is for. 60-mile-per-hour winds. Only 1.5-inch hail, which is surprising. Only moving 20 miles an hour. I'm surprised the hail is only warned for 1.25. That seems really surprising. Made it up here to 380. Now, can we actually go anywhere? That'll be a different question. There's just too many lights and stuff. It's like only 2 lanes here too, which doesn't make any sense. Parts of 380, they're actually making flyovers and stuff north of DFW, so maybe out here they'll turn it into highway soon, but it's kind of out of control in the meantime. Hoping we'd be able to catch up with these storms, which again, the storms are not moving fast, but sadly neither are, I'm not moving fast either with all this traffic. And probably everybody's going super slow through the craziness too, so that's slowing us, bogging us down even more probably. Definitely still a little bit of a broad circulation on this storm. Pretty good lightning strike. I don't think that might be the first one I've seen today. I'm not too sure about Portland. Are we talking about Portland, Oregon? Actually been a lot of tornadoes across Missouri and Tennessee and areas like that today, and the storm definitely has a circulation on it, but not sure we can ever catch up to it and get on the other side to see it. Oh, there's an accident up here. I wonder if that's causing it. Well, maybe that's just the cause and we can actually move. Looks like it might be on the other side. Probably during all the rain, I'm sure. Car that's smashed up pretty good. That are smashed up pretty good. Maybe that was the problem. Yeah, we might actually move okay now. Maybe that accident on the other side. Cars smacked up next to one another. Maybe that was why, which again didn't affect our side, but everybody was slow for that. Maybe that means we actually will be able to make some time here. Get east. wet roads here, so lots of rain and stuff fell here. It's interesting here in the rain, in this area, that with the rain that's fallen, it's dropped all the way down to below 83 degrees. It was over 90 a little bit ago. Dew point of 76 here, so that could definitely, depending on what that looks like on the outside, on the east side of the storm, that could definitely lower some cloud bases and maybe allow there to be a little bit greater chance of a tornado threat. Circulation's still right around Merritt, Texas, northwest of Greenville right now. At least now I'm making better time, so I'm probably going to be hitting some of the rain and hail here at this pace in the next couple minutes. And then just trying to keep fighting through that, get to the east side, maybe somewhere around Greenville or something, a little bit east of Farmersville. There's a decent circulation developing. Come on, let's go. Maybe we can get over there. Yes, I'm in Texas. I'm on Highway 380 just east of McKinney, kind of right on the northeast edge of DFW. We've got kind of a little bit of a line, but really just a dominant supercell here that formed off of the front here, kind of moved a little bit east, and it's developed quite a circulation on it, honestly. I'm on the back side of it, trying to get through some of this traffic, get to the east side, maybe around Greenville, Texas, along Interstate 30, and be able to see it. I would imagine there's definitely some lowering on this thing, at the very least. It's currently severe thunderstorm warned, no tornado warning. Quite good. Circulation is still kind of broad, which is good. I obviously don't want anything to happen right now. I'm not to it yet, but it's possible it might get interesting. Maybe some of this traffic will be arriving home here in Princeton. Maybe it'll start to lessen up once we get through here. We can keep blasting, catch up a little bit. We're getting really close to the edge of the rain and hail. This is sleep on the couch, but I need to desperately get an oil change and replace my wipers. Hopefully I can do that maybe this weekend. Based on radar, we are right on the edge of the precipitation. It's probably going to start here in just a minute. Definitely an impressive notch on. traffic here. I should be able to get through before too long. Make up some time here. Try to get east on this northeast. And we'd definitely be able to make time there. I'm just not sure. Broad circulation on this storm. Texas right now. I'm on 380 heading east. Looks like there's a lot of hail that fell kind of just north on the road here. We're getting into a little bit of rain. Could be almost trying to left and almost behind me. I keep going for now in case that circulation north of Greenville does something. I could always reposition down here if I needed to. This tries to develop down here a little bit. Interesting, they actually just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this southern area. It's actually really intriguing. They did issue a severe thunderstorm warning for this little notch down here. Honestly, just to my south. I have to keep my eyes on that. I keep going east for now, but I could stop if the circulation tries to ramp up any. Check it out. Still a broad circulation northwest of Greenville, Texas, up ahead of us here. Hailstones that are falling right now, actually. Yeah, there's two different severe thunderstorm warnings. The southern edge here is actually developed a little bit of a circulation on it, which is kind of interesting, actually. I'm in Farmersville, Texas here, just on the northeast side of DFW. Especially because the temperatures have significantly dropped here. It's actually only 72 degrees outside because of the rain and hail. It was 90 when I was in DFW, so. There's some hailstones. I think we found the hail. County and trying to get to Greenville, Texas, and then I have I-30 that I can get on there. Because Greenville's 11 miles ahead here. path of the circulation here. See if it develops any lowering or anything kind of interesting here. Defined lowering at the moment. Dropping southwest from Greenville towards Cotto Mills, Texas here, just northeast of DFW. I do have a supercell that's kind of merged, and there's definitely a notch down here, some broad rotation. It doesn't appear there's anything super defined at the moment. South of Farmersville, Texas. Right now it's 7:53, so we've still got, half an hour of daylight or so. And there's definitely a wall cloud forming. That's interesting. That's very interesting. dust and all kinds of stuff. Maybe I can go down here. Find a view of it or something. I'm not sure if I can get out down here or not. Man, this is an inflow. This is outflow from the storm. So it's probably going to kind of undercut it a little bit, if anything. Might help to kind of invigorate it at the start, though. Whoa, that's pretty deep right there. Jeez. Did not expect that drop off to be so steep. Oh gosh. Shoot. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Like a massive drop off right there. It's an interesting wall cloud. I'm trying to find a spot. Where is somewhere to stop? Now behind this person's house. I wonder if this is yeah, I mean there's definitely a wall cloud. Maybe this will turn up here and I can point towards it. Oh yeah, this might work up here. Perfect. Alright, let me get some room here. And then I'll try to flip around so we can see it. Yeah, so here's our storm. So you can kind of see that wall cloud right there. I'm gonna get out here for a second. That's actually pretty interesting. That is a legit wall cloud there. I got some battery on the GoPro. I do, yes. Looks kind of broad, honestly, but Not, it's not terrible, that's for sure. This just gets more and more interesting. It's definitely ramping up. Wow. Decent inflow too. This storm is going nuts. What's velocity? No tornado warning yet, but it's picking up. Still broad rotation. There is a little bit of an area right there. the storm is just going pretty bonkers here. Some of it is definitely influenced from the northern storm, but I mean, this has got quite the hook on it right now. Although velocity is not all that tight, which I think is what we're seeing. There's some broad motion, but nothing super tight right now. It's kind of just broad. Feel like I hear the tornado siren in town. Yeah, I think that's the tornado siren in town. It's not tornado warning, though. Getting pretty close to my position here. I'm probably gonna have to blast back kind of east. stuff like that. I'm in Caddo Mills, Texas. Got kind of some broad rotation over here. It's kind of outflowy, not tornado imminent, but if you get a little bit of the winds to kind of come together, I think it's not out of the question. Kind of a broad little bit of circulation here. I'm gonna try to come down here and then maybe go a little bit back towards the east, stay out in front of it here. It's definitely kind of went crazy there. In about a five minute stretch, it went nuts. Tight rotation or anything. It's possible it could tighten up here. So I'm going to come up here and go back, come to the east. That way maybe I can catch 30 and link up with that. Let's see. 36. All the sirens are sounding here in Caddo Mills. I'm gonna head back east to I-30 here. Stay kind of right in front of it. And the sirens are probably more sounding for damaging winds or large hail. It's not tornado warning, so it's not sounding for that. But a lot of times the local emergency management, they'll sound them for either the threat of very large hail, or if winds exceed oftentimes 60 miles an hour, they'll sound them as well. So that might be what's kind of happening here. Might have been Russ over there. 360 cam going on the roof, so that'll look pretty good. I should be getting real close to 30 up here. Right here, I can turn in position, check out this wall cloud here. Massive 18-wheeler coming through here. Wow, look at that thing. You probably can't see it, it's just off to the left side of the screen. Towards Greenville, Texas right now. I'll be crossing I-30 here in a little bit. Texas right now. Greenville's actually kind of on the north side, probably with the hail. Looks like there's some pretty good hail in the circulation. Probably going to southwest of Greenville, Texas. Hard to see anything. Might be able to face it here in the construction zone. I'm not sure about this. Maybe I can get in that gate right there. Definitely looks kind of mean. I don't know that it necessarily is, but you can kind of see it approaching here. I'm just southwest of Greenville, Texas. Again, pretty broad rotation. I don't think it's probably going to tighten up or anything, but man, it was definitely close there. May have been just a little bit of too much influence from maybe the northern storm. Bet there's gonna be some hail in here probably. I'm blinding people. Not sure how I'm blinding people, but not sure. I bet there's some hail probably just to the north. I might go up and sample it here on the interstate maybe. Car coming. Might go up here towards Greenville on I-30. Might see if there's any hail in this thing. The hail's probably just up here to our north, maybe. going towards Greenville, Texas. I'm right along I-30. I just can't find a spot to get on in this construction. So far, at least, the hail's not that big. I say that, it's starting to get bigger. Sporadic hail. It's not like a massive hail dump or something. Texas right now. Kind of right in the middle of the core of the storm. Definitely a little bit of hail on the ground. There's a bigger piece right there. There's a couple bigger stones in there, but most of it's pretty small, honestly. It's enough for people to be stopped under the overpass down there, though. Yeah, there's a couple bigger pieces here and there. through the worst of it. I think it's just to our east now. Really broad rotation. Definitely don't expect really a tornado threat. That's northern storm up east of Paris, Texas, along the Red River. It remains tornado warned. I don't see any tornado reports from it, but there's still some hail coming down here. I can see it all. It's, well, I was gonna say it was just dime size, but these are a couple bigger stones here. Maybe kind of falling out of the backside. Yeah, there's actually some quarter-sized stones that are falling down. It's actually gotten a little bit bigger. Getting bigger. A couple of those might even be bigger than quarter, honestly. The biggest is probably quarter size. Good amount of hail here, especially to kind of seem like we're on the back side of the storm at the moment. Might be done with the hail here. think now it's just going to be some heavy rain. The severe thunderstorm warning has been continued off to the east-southeast, kind of towards really Sulphur Springs down to Emory, Texas. Still could be dropping some hail, just probably not going to be huge hail or anything. Still chugging along, kind of pushing off to the southeast right now. We've got cars and trucks under the overpass here. They're not in the lane for traffic still. Texas right now. Still some really heavy rain. I think the hail core is just off to the east-southeast right now. Coming down really good. Everybody jammed up under the gas station back there, trying to, I guess, dodge the hail. That just is causing some flash flooding. I mean, a lot of rain coming down in a short amount of time. This storm is not going to Texarkana, but the storm that is tornado warned, kind of riding the Red River up near Idabel and kind of east of Paris, that likely is heading generally in the Texarkana direction. We'll see if it stays together or not, but that could be something here in, an hour, something like that, hour and a half. If it stays together, that could impact Texarkana. Kind of see the clearing skies off to the west here, so a lot of water on the road. Pushing off to the southeast towards kind of Point, Lone Oak, Emory, Texas. Sulphur Springs is going to get some rain, but most of the storm is probably going to go down to the south. Clear skies off to the west. We're almost out of the rain here. Kind of barely on the back side here. on the northern tornado warning storm up there. Wow, guy out on a motorcycle there. Not sure this is the night to be riding a motorcycle, but there's actually another chance for some strong storms to blow across the same area, kind of right around DFW, maybe a little bit east, maybe a little bit south. We kind of have the front boundary stalled out. Again, another day of really, really high instability, Cape values, so possibly very similar to today. Maybe a little bit more isolated tomorrow rather than kind of forming a line. Off to the east-southeast, areas like Mesquite, kind of up I-30 to about Sulphur Springs for this kind of section. And then there are those storms east of Paris, west of Texarkana, that going to be interesting. I think these storms, since one of the main triggers is the instability, as we're now after dark, I would expect that's certainly going to wane, and so I think that we'll see these storms start to weaken. But they may still go on for a little bit longer. stuff over the weekend, maybe draped across maybe South Texas. But it looks like we may get a little bit of a calm period for storms or severe weather here for a little while. Tomorrow's probably the last decent day for that. Dumping a lot of rain and some hail, certainly, with this storm, as it pushes southeast, kind of between Sulphur Springs and Emory. Well, once this last little storm near Mesquite pushes out of DFW, there's not really any more storms that'll be forming. It should all be kind of east-northeast of the Metroplex. Up there east of Bagwell, kind of northwest of New Boston, heading generally kind of off to probably the north side of Texarkana. It might start to drop southeast, but it doesn't appear there's been a tornado on that storm, but it has been tornado warned for quite some time. Several pretty big tornadoes across like Missouri and Tennessee this afternoon and evening. I haven't seen any tornado reports across Oklahoma or here in Texas, so I think we were dealing with more of a just real explosive development from instability and lots of rain and lightning and hail, but just not really a whole lot of low-level shear to kind of get that circulation to tighten up. And definitely I thought there might be a chance. That storm, when it was coming into Cotto Mills and started to develop some broad rotation, and really was cranking with kind of a wall cloud inflow tail, but I think just that lack of low-level shear really kept it from kind of tightening up and constricting and dropping that tornado. So obviously good for the area and the people around there. got kind of clear skies, but off to the left I can see kind of the backside of a line of storms here, and every once in a while there's some lightning kind of up in the, way up in the cloud tops. Just went tornado warn that we were on. In between Lone Oak and Gumby, Texas. There is a little bit tighter rotation with it. That's interesting. Yeah, Cotto Mills was definitely pretty close. It was getting really interesting. There was a really big lowering and wall cloud, but just couldn't quite tighten up. So I'm sure they got some probably some decent hail and real heavy rain and all that. But yeah, definitely didn't get any type of a tornado or anything. Texas right now, heading back to Frisco. areas, kind of somewhere here across North Texas, maybe a little east of DFW, maybe right over DFW, or even off to the southwest, could see severe storms pop up tomorrow. Probably be a little bit dependent on when where the front stalls out at, but that's likely going to be kind of a trigger point for firing up more storms tomorrow. So isolated supercells with definitely not a huge tornado threat, but non-zero. Road work at night. I'm not sure. Much as the storms are off to the east, I'm not sure I'd be wanting to sign up for all kinds of road work here after this late at night. What's going on? Because maybe there was an accident or something. Oh, yeah, there was an accident. Or wait, what? No, the whole road is chewed up. Was an accident or not? Maybe they're just ripping it up. Through Princeton, Texas right now. I'm on 380 heading back towards McKinney. thanks, Robert. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Definitely keep your eyes peeled if you're kind of east of the. Yeah, there definitely is some rotation. Still tornado warning there, kind of southwest of Sulphur Springs. It's the same storm we were on, and just always was a little bit too broad. Didn't really tighten up, but it looks like it definitely has now. Now I'm on 380 here, heading west into McKinney, Texas. Traffic never seems to sleep here in Dallas. Guess maybe at 3 a.m. or something it does, but lightning coming out of the storms now that we're facing south. Texas here, kind of right by the Amazon industrial complex down here. Still see some decent lightning off to the left side. As that line kind of moves off to the south and east. Or really pretty much due east, a little bit southeast, but really just east. No more storms here that'll be coming through the Metroplex. Still a little bit of a storm hanging on there around Mesquite. It's heading southeast towards areas like Terrell and Kaufman, places like that over the next hour or so. Just about to get up here and get back on the tollway. Like storms tomorrow. Actually, I could maybe take a quick glance at the models, see what the evening round is showing for tomorrow. Could be a couple stronger storms tomorrow afternoon in North Texas. Texas over the next hour or two, but probably start to weekend again. Maybe a tornado, but I think it would be relatively brief. Likely really heavy rain and possibly some hail. Dropped the tornado warnings on the northern cell as well as the storm south of Sulphur Springs that we were on, so still have severe thunderstorm warnings on it though, so really heavy rain, probably some gusty winds and some hail as well, although none of the hail that we saw was ever really big. About the biggest I saw was probably quarter size. Thanks for joining me here on the stream. Not sure if I'll be out tomorrow or not. I'll have to see what work looks like and kind of where the storms develop, especially around DFW rush hour traffic. That's not terribly fun, but appreciate everybody joining me here today. Definitely that storm ramped up pretty quickly, and saw some obviously heavy rain, some hail as well. So fun little local chase here, and again, after tomorrow, I might have a little bit of a break there, and maybe next week before storm season really ramps up again towards that kind of middle to the second half of May. So hope everybody has a good rest of your Wednesday evening, and I'll see you back here for the next live stream or video.